Out there, we are living through the thought apocalypse. Batten down the hatches.
I left my boyfriend and I've been traveling for 10 days and I've slept with...
Wait for it.
22 people.
You're disgusting.
In that 10 days. My goal was 20 and I just hit 22 this morning.
And you're proud of this.
It's 1 p.m. now here in Paris and I need to check out because I'm going home. I really doubt I'm going to get another one on the board, either on the plane or like on my layover. So I think 22 is where we're going to cap it out. But how did I go?
I think you need more things to fill out your day.
Men, be careful out there. We are living...
Hey, shalom, ahchyam, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, ahchyam, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in this gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Hey, brothers, stay away from these hoes, man. I saw this in a group meeting, and I just thought it was interesting. It's called a thought apocalypse. And you know, apocalypse goes into like the unveiling or the revealing, so to speak. And these women, man, these women are completely out of fucking order. They're completely off the chain. As you can see it, you know, just dealing with different women and being around women, whether it's at work and watching these particular platforms. These women they're very shameless, brothers. You know, they're very shameless. And this is why we tell you, brothers, to stay away from these so-called black women predominantly. Okay, because the black woman, man, she's lost all sorts of value. She has no morality. And she just like the low of the low on this side. Now, we're not saying all black women, but the majority of them even give the somewhat good ones a bad rap, because even the somewhat good ones, they didn't win off. They engage in fucking folly. And that's all because for the simple fact Esau Edom gives them the liberty to do this shit. You see? Like you heard what she said in this video. She said that she's broke up with her boyfriend to go on a trip. And she slept with 22 niggas in 10 days. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. She slept with 2.5 men, or possibly 2 to 3 men. 2 men a day. Okay, now whether she was getting paid for it or not, the reality of it is these bitches think that this is some type of empowerment because they could go out there and give their body to men that have no attention towards them. And then a lot of times the women don't have no attention towards the men. You know, they want to make it seem like it be the men all the time that's on some doggy dog shit and they don't want to deal with the woman. But a lot of time these men be trying to deal, you know, and trying to get to know the woman, but she wants to be the next Kardashian. She wants to be the sexy red. She wants to be a boss bitch. You know, I'm in my bag, I'm in this and that. It's all bullshit. Okay, I had a young bitch tell me this, like a young chick, man. She had like and this is how you know when you engage in conversations with people, man. You know the type of job I got, you engage with people. And sometimes when you just go out, you have conversations with people, you know. And us as men, you know, we gonna talk to people, right? So this is one young hoe, this young bitch, she probably was like 21. And she said she had like a 7-month-old at the crib. And back in my mind, I'm like, well, you know, she's a young chick. She's probably with the child's father. But knowing the black woman, Keisha, that's not the case. Like these bitches, they get knocked up by men and they don't even know who the fathers are, or they wasn't even in a situation with the father. You know? And that seems to be the case more than often, because I'm like, ain't you still dealing with the father? She said, nah. She said he wanted to deal with me, but she said I didn't want to deal with him because I was having too much fun. And I'm like, wait a minute, what you mean you was having too much fun? She like, yeah, because, you know, I just didn't want to be with him. And when I got pregnant by him, I wasn't even with him. And I'm like, well, it's going to be kind of hard for that man to be around, because for one thing, you had no attention towards him. And, you know, you wasn't really with him in the first place. And what really fucked me up was the fact that she said he wanted to be with her. She was like, well, he wanted to be with me, but I didn't want to be with him because I was enjoying myself too much. And back in my mind, I'm like, enjoying yourself, meaning that she was out being a hoe. So I'm like, so what's the situation with him now? I'm like, you need to make that work, because you're going to have a hard time having that man to be in his life, in your child's life, if you don't work it out with him. And she said, well, he's barely in our life right now. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, he ain't in your child's life because of the simple fact he knows you're a hoe. and he already tried to make that work with you, and you already was on some bullshit. So come down the line, when she needs help with this child, she's gonna revert to putting this man on child support, all because of her indiscretions in the first fucking place. And this is a lot of this is the story with a lot of our women, man. Okay, they sit up here, they play these games. They play these games with men, you know, they out playing a hoe, you know, or they have a man and they just fucking on them. And then when they get pregnant, then they want to blame everybody else for their indiscretions, when you were the one that started this shit, man. Then she was like, well, I'm trying to be in my bag. And I'm like, well, your bag? I'm like, for one thing, you don't even have your own apartment. You have a 6-month-old kid. You stay with somebody. You 21 years old. And you talking about you in your fucking bag. Like, how dumb does that sound? But this is the mindset of the average fucking modern day female, man. Okay? And being in your bag does not mean doing eyelashes or doing fingernails and all that other shit. Lace fronts and all that other crazy shit. That ain't in the bag. Okay? That ain't in the bag. And a lot of you drop out of school, a lot of you drop out of college just to try to get an OnlyFans or try to keep up with the Kardashians and Beyonce and Sexy Red. Like Suki Hana now, she's like the big role model in Sexy Red. She's like the big role model for a lot of these women. Okay, and you'd be surprised on how much of a fan base these ratchet ass women generate just off they raunchy ass, munchy ass music. You know, they showed Sexy Red. I think she went on a world tour or something like that, and she was pregnant, but yet, I mean, she was selling out shows, man. And guess what? There was a lot of Edomite women in that audience, man. So the Edomite woman, she's a hoe. Okay, and I know how Jake tried to, you know, make it seem like the Edomite woman is just she's just a dime piece. I mean, she's better than a black woman in a lot of cases, but at the end of the day, the Edomite woman is the biggest hoe on the fucking planet Earth, man. And Keisha Lawrence, they're from Esau, man. So basically, long story short, dealing with the white woman, hey, you can't wipe them up either. Okay, because at the end of the day, they're a bunch of hoes too. You know? I mean, start a relationship with these fucking women, man. Hey, if you got you a decent woman, then deal with her. You know, deal with her and do what you gotta do. But if you know she's loose, like the scriptures say, give not thyself over to a light woman. 99% of these women are loose, man. Okay, whether they play the game or not, or whether they want to play modest and act like they're just so innocent and they want to give you a hard time, but yet they'll let this nigga Munchie hit for nothing, but yet she want to put you through the ringer. Like you got to just give her the whole world in a handbasket type shit in order for you to get a date with the bitch. But yeah, she gives a low-life drug dealing nigga the time of day, man. Don't be fucking taking these hoes serious, man. If women ain't piping to your tune, brothers, then hey, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Find one that look at you like you a king, man. You know? Because the times we coming in too, hey, guess who? Hey, guess what? These women gonna need us. Okay, we not gonna need them. Ain't no box gonna get you delivered from a missile. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, brothers, understand that the power is in your hand. But you got these simps out here that allow this shit, man. Okay? Because they got stories that women went down to Miami and broke up with their boyfriends just to spend a week in spring break in Miami, man. You know? Bitch, you throw away a whole 5-6 year relationship all because she want to go down to Miami with her thought fucking friends, man. Okay? And this is why, hey, if you brothers got a woman and she has a bunch of friends as hoes, then hey, that's safe to say that you know what your woman was doing before she met you, man. And she need to cut them hoes off, man. And if she can't cut them off, then hey, you might have to start reconsidering other options. You know?
Through the thought
But nonetheless, man, this place got to be destroyed. All right. So this is the book of Timothy 5, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at 6. But it says, "But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth." And the woman, she's all about pleasure, 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 pleasure. You know, all about pleasure. You know, she wants to go out. She wants to travel. Okay, she wants to go out to eat every other day. Okay, she don't want to sit in the house. She don't want to cook clean. You know what I'm saying? She always wants to be out and about. She always wants to get herself dolled up so everybody and their mother can see what she's working with type shit. These are the type of women you don't really need to be around, brothers. Okay? And if you run across a woman like that, then you only know that she's basically concubine material. Do what you got to do. Hey, if the spirit permits for you to deal with her in that type, then do what you got to do. But overall, don't be giving your spirit over to these women, man. Okay? Because we come to some very, very dysfunctional times. I say it that way. Okay, and I mean, any false move can be a matter of detriment, whether you will get salvation or not. So don't give your salvation over because you're dealing with these peasy head ass women. You know, like I try to tell brothers all the time, hey, don't give your strength to these women, man. Okay, if you got a good one that's willing to rock with you, then so be it. Take care of her, make sure she cool, and y'all do what y'all gotta do. But in the meantime, if she's got other kids by other men, you know what I'm saying, oftentimes more than one, or sometimes even one, and she's disrespectful when she's coming between the brotherhood and disrupting shit, then hey man, you gotta say fuck that bitch, man. Okay, you can't give her that much authority and power over your life. And you know, it's easier said than done, because we all have to learn within our own time frame and reasoning. But hey man, once you get a heartbreak, hey, that's enough, man. Hey, you get fucked over once, that's enough for me to look for red flags in any bitch. You know, because like I said, they all are wicked. Okay, Satan has got them all, and at the end of the day, they all emotional. And even if they are somewhat behaving righteously towards you, remember, they have the liberty to defect anytime they want. Okay, so as long as you're not giving them what they want from you, then you better believe that she's gonna go out and do what she want to do. Okay, but it says here, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Okay, and that's the point. These women are dead from the fucking neck down, from the head down. All right, because like I said, all of them are whores. You know, you go to work, it ain't nothing but a bunch of women in there. A lot of them are on a moon cycle or a period. You know, a lot of them are going through divorces. A lot of them are committing adultery with niggas on a job. And it's just a shit show ready to happen. Okay, so to not get caught up in that bigotry, hey, you just got to keep yourself pure, man. And put your how about you, how we shine first. You know? Next precept here in Salakia. I was actually driving. I didn't have no plans for this lesson. Kind of did it on the fly. But anyway, this is the book of Sirach 26. And I'm going to start at verses 6. It says, but the grief and heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman. That's a big one. You know, they oftentimes are competing on who could be the bigger whore. Okay, she's a bigger whore than her, or who can deal with the most niggas, or who's going to go out and get the most attention. Or she'll go and get a Brazilian butt lift or a Brazilian booty lift, BBL, more extravagant than the last female. That way she could size the other bitch up, which is supposed to be her best friend. And then her best friend ends up sleeping with the nigga she's trying to land. And before you know it, it's just a shit show, man. Okay? That jealousy. Jealousy is not supposed to be in the spirit of a woman. And even if it is in the spirit of a woman, because, you know, naturally they're emotional like that, it's supposed to be well contained. And by you being a man, you're supposed to project the woman's emotions towards the right emotion. Because there's nothing wrong with jealousy, but if it's done in the right sense, like men, they shun men because men are naturally jealous over the women that they love, right? So you're gonna naturally act out in ways that may seem inappropriate, you know, because, you know, you may be upset about some things, but they pretty much, they shun you for that. But yeah, she's able to get upset with you because, you know, another woman is in your face or hitting on you or whatever, which, you know, hey, that's in a man's nature, you know? So you have to guide your woman's emotions and tell her to put the right emotion towards the right shit, because oftentimes they'll put the wrong emotion towards the wrong shit, and, you know, you got a problem on your hand. And before you know it, you in all types of domestic disputes. You know, you may be getting locked up. Your kids may be getting taken from you. Child support is next. Then before you know it, other niggas gonna be wearing your house slippers. Okay? But it says, in the scourge of the tongue which communicated with all. Right, she's upset with you, so she's basically going to tell everybody your business. Well, I remember one time we was having sex and his rod didn't get hard. You know, just little dumb shit like that. You know? Oh, well, he snores in his sleep. Or, oh, well, he got a whole, you know, he's behind the child support. I'm going to take this nigga rest of his money. You know, type shit. You know, you may fart in your sleep or something like that, and she'll fucking video it and put it on Facebook. Just some dumb shit. You know, putting statuses up. Oh, my nigga ain't shit. I'm available. Bro, I've seen it before. I've witnessed these things. I've seen it on social media. And it says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. And he that had hold of her as though he had had held a scorpion. Okay, and we know that a scorpion is venomous, man. Okay, because if a scorpion feels threatened, then what it does, it stings you. Okay, and hey, if you get enough venom in your blood supply, it can pretty much suffocate you up, and you could give up the spirit. You know, and that's how the Lord compared these women to being, man. He compared them as to being fucking scorpions, man. Because hey, these women are a bunch of goddamn demons, man. At the end of the day. And it behooves you, brothers, to know who you're dealing with. Okay, fuck a fat ass and a pretty face and all this other bullshit. Don't get all caught up in that, man. Okay, because hey, how about Shim how shy? If you're not pleasing, he will give you over to that spirit, and before you know it, hey, you'll be destroyed. And it says here, a drunken woman in a gutter bride causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. Hey, like this bitch in the fucking video. Look at this hoe.
Batten down the hatches.
I left my boyfriend and I've been traveling for 10 days and I've slept with
Wait for it.
22 people.
You're just
Right, she has no shame in her game, right? And this be the same shit. You know, you would see a woman like this out, and yeah, she'll sit at a table with a drink in her hand, and she'll act all uppity like you gotta be fucking Pat Mahomes or Travis Kelce in order to get with this low-life hoe. And the crazy part about it is she's fucking niggas that ain't even got a job. So, hey, brother, when you see these Edomite women, hey, they ain't nothing but women, bro. They don't deserve to be put on a pedestal either. Okay? Like this man say, modern feminism, yet they try to make people believe women who want to stay home raising their kids and looking after their husband when he gets home from work are the problem. Utterly insanity. Thank you, brother. Okay? It says the boyfriend is the winner of the story. Being proud of this is unbelievably crazy. Posting it online is even more insane. But yeah, what happens when you got a society that promotes it? You got a bunch of simp-ass men that's with this program. They with the paradigm. Okay? And this is what I'm saying. It says a drunken woman and a god abroad, it says, causes great anger. She would not cover her own shame. Clearly. It says the whoredom of a woman may be known on her looks and her haughty looks and her eyelids. And if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. That's right, brother. Okay, it says, watch over the impotent eye and marvel not as she trespass against thee. For she will open her mouth as a thirsting traveler when he had found the fountain and drink of every water near her, and by every hedge which she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Long story short, she's going to play the hoe. All right. But anyway, man, Lord's will, this was just a little quick edifying lesson telling you brothers to stay away from these women, man. Not saying don't deal with them, but don't give your strength to these women, bro. But hey, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to you. How about you? How shy? Lord's will, you were edified into the next lesson. Shalom.